G's, 4 G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. We got Shot, Dot, Malcolm, Chris the King, plus the Doc. You know that's like 4 G's. Sports Mind. Real world, real problems, real news, real sports. We gon' let you know right here on 4 G's. 4 G's.
Welcome to another episode of 4G Sports. Before we get started, hit the notification button, hit the like button, so you know every time we come on. Of course, I am the OG.
I'm the king.
The doc is not here this week. He has a death in the family, so all our prayers go to him and his family at this point in time. But we do have a guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Jorge Espinosa.
All right. And what do you do, Jose? Jorge, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm actually a fifth grade teacher by day and a coach, basketball coach by night.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
We're gonna be real nice to you today, Jorge. So we're gonna crack some jokes. Don't get me wrong. So just prepare yourself. Ain't nothing changed between all of us from show to show. But my first question to you is, what's it like coaching girls basketball?
First, I wouldn't expect anything different, by the way, just so you know. I love coaching girls. And funny thing is that I started coaching girls, you can say by accident or like last resort type. I interviewed for the boys coaching position at the school that I was teaching at, and they decided to go with a more experienced coach. So they offered me the girls position because nobody even applied for it. And me not wanting to skip a year of coaching and just wanting to continue to do what I love to do, I said, sure, why not? I mean, well, how hard? I mean, it has to be the same. How hard can it be? And I just fell in love with it. I honestly can't see myself, unless something crazy happens, I can't see myself going back to coaching boys basketball. I love coaching girls. It's different. It really is. And there's something about it that I just fell in love with.
Okay. All right. Now, being a coach, how many of your athletes played college or pro ball?
I wish I could say every single one of them, but I've actually had one girl play over at a Scottsdale community. She did hurt her knee, and she's kind of on the limbo of wanting to continue to try or not. So I'm trying to convince her to keep going with it. I do have, though, we do have this sophomore at our program that if she keeps going the way she's going, I don't see why she should not play at the next level. But as of right now, I could only say just one that I know of has played in college.
Okay. I have a question before I ask go to club instead of playing for their business school. How do you convince girls to represent their school?
It's a hard one. I feel it is actually really hard. I feel like club teams have low-key kind of brainwashed the players into thinking that the only way that can get competitive basketball or competitive anything is by going just purely to these club teams. My opinion, I love club teams. They can be very beneficial to the high school program and the club itself if we find a cohesive way of working with each other. I feel that there's things in high school that you can get with the club. I mean, you're with these with your teammates on a daily basis. You have class with them, you go to lunch, you go before school, after school. I mean, you interact with them so much that brotherhood and sisterhood that you form with them, you can't really form with the club team, I think. But I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you can't just not have club teams that you can work with them and they'd be very, very beneficial to your program. So
right. Which leads me to my next question. So what made you actually start coaching?
I don't know. I mean, I've always loved sports. I'm a sports guy. I mean, every single sport, from basketball, football, all the way down to hockey, golf. Like, I love sports, period. But I feel like there was a moment in my life when I realized that I wasn't good enough to keep going to that next level and that next level. And don't get me wrong, I tried. I tried. I tried to walk onto the PC basketball team. I tried out for Arizona United before they were Rising FC. I even went and tried out for the Mercury men's practice squad so that I didn't know, maybe if I make this squad, that'll give me a leg into something else. But there came a time when I realized, you know what, I love this sport too much to continue to try to do something that I know I'm not going to be good enough to do. So let's me transition to something else so I can maybe help somebody else reach that goal, and make a living out of it if they possibly can, or at the very least get a free education out of it if they can. So,
what would you say is your biggest reward for you coaching?
Being a teacher as well, I use this all the time. I feel like it's that seeing that light bulb come on. Just literally, I love seeing that. I love being able to see the progression of a athlete's career, where they come to me literally never holding a basketball in their lives before to now being an integral part of a team, whether it's starting, coming off the bench, whatever it is. But I just love seeing that light bulb moment when they realize that, it's not that scary. It's just a ball that needs to go through a hoop, and then that's it. I mean, so it's just seeing them progress and grow and get gratification of what they're doing out there on the court.
All right. Go ahead.
I think we skipped the question. I'm gonna go back to it really fast.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with your other favorite sport, which I know is soccer. Why do you think that soccer is not really popular in high school?
I don't know. Honestly, it's a hard one. I love soccer. I mean, Chris, you know this. I love soccer. Soccer is my first sport. I mean, I feel like soccer, it's the easiest sport to play. You need a ball and whatever it is you can to make 2 rocks to make a goal, and then there you go, you can play. I don't know why it really isn't that popular. I feel like, again, the club connection to it has made it a little bit more of not something that you want to play in high school, but you want to play with these club teams that travel everywhere. But I don't know. I feel basketball, football are just so big here, so big that kids feel that they're going to be more popular at school, or they're going to have a better chance of being, a college or pro athlete in basketball and football than in soccer. When, I mean, yeah, you're right, but in reality, there's soccer leagues everywhere. So
right.
I try to tell kids when I see them, if you're good enough, there's somewhere where you can play and get paid to play. So
right.
I don't know.
Right.
All right. How was your first game that you coached?
I'm gonna say we won by 100. No, I'm kidding. It was nerve-wracking. I mean, I won't lie. I literally just, it was a whirlwind of everything. I felt like I was just at like a light show. Everything was just happening so fast for me. I didn't know how many timeouts I got. I didn't know, like, I lost track of my subs. I won't lie and say that I played everybody. I'm sure I had I'm pretty sure I left some kids on the bench that I planned on playing, but I didn't play them. It was hectic, but I loved it. I loved just the fact of standing there and having all of these things happen around me that I knew I was going to continue to do for a long time. So it was hectic. I don't even remember if we won or lost. I won't lie, but I'll say that we won by a good 15, 20 points.
Right. I can honestly say
before. Go ahead.
Oh, I can contest to that, Jorge. The first time I coached, man, there's so many mixed emotions. Wow, why? Because you don't want to disappoint. You want to make sure that every kid gets in, and it's just everything's going. The game is going so quick, and by the time you actually gather your bearings, the game is almost over already. And it's just a learning experience, man. Like I said, I can contest to that, man. I remember being on, coaching and like. How many times do I have left? And, can we run the baseline with the ball? It was just different things that was going through my mind. I was like, okay. But as you do it more and more, you becomes muscle memory after a while, and it gets easier, and the game actually slows down and becomes much more fun and not as hectic.
No, definitely. I exactly. That day, I'm telling you, I looked up and it was already end of the third quarter, and I felt like I had just literally seen the tip off. Like, it was crazy. Now it's slow. I look up and like I know how much time is left. I know how many. Like, I got it down pat. But at that time, deer in the headlights. Look.
Hey, I got a quick question. I got one more question. One more.
And I got to follow up to that first though.
Okay. So. If your team is getting blown out by like 30 at halftime, give us your halftime speech in the locker room.
God, that's a tough one, man. Is this before or after I start throwing things? I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. You want to be positive and you want to be like encouraging because. You don't know. I mean, there's so many reasons that could have led to you being down by 30. I mean, if we're being, realistic, there's so many things out of our control. I mean, it can be like the Laker-Nugget series where the refs are, calling everything for the Lakers. So you never know. I mean, so I would tell them, I had to. No, I mean, you gotta be honest with them, and you gotta say, you're not gonna score. There is no basket that's gonna give you a 30-point basket. Like, you just gotta chip it down. Set yourself a goal. By the end of the third quarter, or midway or end of the third quarter, our goal is to be down 20 or be down 23 or whatever it is, so that you can have them see up on the scoreboard that they're that much closer to that goal. You might not win the game. You got to be realistic. You got to be honest with them. We might not come back and win the game, but we can come back and make this respectable, so that when you leave, you're not completely distraught. You're proud of yourself because you fought back. So it's hard though. It's hard.
Now, my follow up to that the original question after your first game: when did everything just actually slow down as a coach for you?
I think it was. Entering my second year of coaching high school, I feel like that it really did take me a whole first season, because the staff that I was coaching with, it was all of our first year coaching high school.
Oh, okay.
We had coached middle school and like club, like at the Boys and Girls Club and all that stuff, but it's not the same. It really isn't. So it really took all of us that first year to kind of get all of our game management and like pre-game, post-game, all of these things down. And then that next following season, we had a more successful season and more, everything slowed down. Everything was cohesive like it should have been. But, varsity was his first year, JV, her first year, my first year. We were rookies. We were just learning on the fly. So.
Okay. Who do you admire as a basketball coach? College or pro?
College or pro? There's a lot of people I've always looked up to. I guess you could say that. I've never even met those pro coaches, and I know there's a follow-up question later on with that. But I feel like there's it's the coach that I coached with at La Jolla. His name is Coach G. we got there together. He trusted in me so much that like he just let me learn. Just let me learn at the game. Like he gave me power to run the game how I wanted it, to do pregame how I wanted it. And like I said earlier, we were both learning on the fly. So he said, you know what, we're going to learn together. At the end of the season, we're going to come and we're going to talk about what we learned and whatever it is. And I admire that from him. It was his first coaching job. He could have gave me exactly what he wanted me to do because he's the varsity coach. He's the one that his record is going to be down, not mine. My freshman really record doesn't count. His counts. But he was like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's my first season. Even if we lose every single game, I want you to learn your way, gain experience, all of that. So that was admirable. And I appreciate that from him a lot.
All right. We'll definitely follow up that question later on. Trust me.
Right.
Do you see yourself coaching at the next level, like college or pro?
You know, definitely. I mean, I would be doing myself and my family a disservice if I said otherwise. I feel like I put too much time and too much effort into trying to grow as a coach to not try or give myself a chance to see if it's possible. I'm trying, you know, I know it's a lot of the times it's not what you know, it's who you know. So I'm trying to build those connections to see if something kind of sticks. But yeah, definitely. If I can land somewhere, even if it's just, you know, a helper, I'm going to do it. So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So one coach to another. This is one thing that we differ. What is the difference between coaching girls over boys?
You know, I sat looking at this question for a little bit just because, I mean, the biggest thing that I feel that there is, in my opinion, is there's less egos in girls, for my instance, in girls basketball than there is in the boys basketball team. And I feel like that has a big thing because when I get a girl, a lot of the times, unfortunately, like I said earlier, they haven't even held a basketball. When you get a boy, he's been playing. It's very rare that you're going to get a boy in a high school tryout that has never stepped foot on a court or held a basketball. It's rare. So they already come with that mentality that, you know what, I can play. I've been watching these YouTube videos. I've been watching, you know, I've been watching Luka do them step backs. Like I've been doing, like I'm watching, and that ego's already he's already got a big head, as you can say. Girls, yeah, there's some obviously that come like that as well, but it's rare. So the biggest difference, in my opinion, is just ego and wanting to learn, being flexible, and being okay with realizing that, you know what, maybe I'm not the best one on the court. Maybe I'm just kind of, and I got some work to do. But that's my opinion. I guess if I can do it, what do you think? What do you think is the difference since you've coached boys?
You know, I've never done. I've helped out with girls before, and like you said, boys have the egos, they have the attitude like they are all potential starters, even though they might not be potential starters. Mm-hmm. My thing with boys is you have to basically channel all those egos, and make them battle. You know, my thing was, you know, if you want to be on the court, prove to me that you want to be on the court. You have to go out there and show me that you can do anything besides just score. Don't talk to referees. Don't talk back to coaches. Everything is detailed oriented in practice, man. If I say touch the line, don't touch you must touch the line. If you don't, that means you're not attention to detail. I know it's with girls that they are attention to detail. They are very detail oriented. Once you tell them something, they do it. And I think I told OG a while back that how I coach is all my plays come from girls teams. The Tennessees, the UConns, they ran intricate, basic plays that worked, that got you high percentage shots.
Right.
With boys, it's fast break, run and gun. But if you implement both of those in the same type of program, you're hard to beat.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
but to add to that, for the girls, is it harder for? I know sometimes boys can become ineligible because of grades. Do you have that? Find out having that same issue?
We did. We had it. We had that issue. Not every season, but it was always the same corporates that would have that same issue. It wasn't a widespread thing that we had in our program. It was 1-2 girls that they didn't like school. They liked the after school activities with us, but they didn't like school itself. So yeah, I mean, but it wasn't something that was big with all of our every single level. It was honestly maybe a handful, if that. So they were very, like you said, very detail oriented. So their grades were on point. We had a very good grade point average. So
before we get into our weight, what is your top 3 NFL teams for this week?
For this week?
Yes, week 3.
Week 3. Counting this week already, or just coming in? Who I thought coming into this week?
Coming into this week.
Coming into this week. Okay. The Seahawks are playing very well. The Seahawks with Russell Wilson. Hopefully he'll finally get that MVP trophy that he's been lounging. I mean, he hasn't even gotten a single vote, man. Like, honestly, that's how to say that's blasphemy. That's crazy. And then I would love to say my Titans are in top 3, but even though we're undefeated, we haven't played up to how it should be. We just haven't. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens, the Seahawks, and the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are doing very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with those top 3. I still feel Seahawks at the moment. They're just playing very well. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deep run if they keep doing this. So that DK Metcalf guy he's not just all muscle, man. He's not just all muscle. He's
a machine
doing it.
He's a machine.
That's an adult playing with kids.
Oh man, that's huge.
Yeah, that is unreal.
Yep. But
all right,
yeah.
I told you we was gonna come back to that coaching question.
Mm-hmm.
Your Mount Rushmore of coaches.
I would love to say I can just bring it down to 4, but I tried. So I only went with coaches that I've seen. Obviously Phil Jackson, as much as it hurts me because he's the Lakers coach, but I'm gonna go ahead and just count that Bulls thing, and he never coached no, I'm gonna say Phil. I mean, he's 11-time champ, man. You can't not put him up there. Pop, you can't go wrong with Pop. That the consistency of that franchise for these many years, it's insane. Right. It's just it's just crazy. I like D'Antoni. I would put D'Antoni up there. I feel like the way that he ran that Phoenix Suns squad when he was here, he literally, I feel, doesn't get enough credit as to the era that he ushered in with that 7 seconds or less squad. I feel like that was the opening of, just what we have now, the positionless basketball. Because if you honestly try to remember, what position did Sean Marion play? Quentin Richardson, you don't even remember. They were all over the court. Yeah. And I know he did a lot over in Europe too before he came over here. So, and then the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and say best one out of all of them, Rick Carlisle, Mavericks coach. I'm gonna put him up there too. Hey, when you are on the bench during the melee at the Palace, he was the coach for the Pacers, and he was able to try to. Yeah, I'm gonna put him up there either way.
All right, go ahead, King. I know what your follow-up question is. I already know.
You already know.
Please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We have played basketball many times in open gym.
God.
Name somebody that used to light your ass up in the gym. Back in the day.
Man, you really gonna try to get me to admit this stuff? Nobody. Hey, if anybody was in the vicinity of lighting me up, they were about to catch an elbow to the gut, man. I don't care. Hey, no, you know what? I won't even lie. Chris had these old man devastating moves down low. It was insane. It was so frustrating to play against Chris and Ron and Russell and all these guys at the Boys and Girls Club. It was so frustrating. Chris put up points. I won't lie to you. Chris put up points. Not on me, other people, but he put up points. I'll give it to him. But yeah, man. I tried. I held my own. It was fun. Nobody lit me up though. I'll say that. Nobody lit me up. And I'm sure once all those people from back in the day watches this video or watch this clip, they're gonna come at me and tell me, "You a liar. I lit you up." And I'm gonna just look at them and say, "Is there video about this? Show me proof. If you can show me proof, I will believe you." It's just hot wind coming at your mouth.
One more. That wasn't the question I thought he was going to ask you.
Okay.
There was a debate about Dirk being top 50.
Oh God. He's top 20, man.
I just want to know what you're going to say.
I said that's blasphemy too. No, he's top 20. He's not just top 50. He's top 20. Top 20. At the most, I would he's teetering on like 19 or from 18 to 20 range. But he's there. There's absolutely no reason why. Look at he's walking away.
I'm going, that's so disrespectful.
Oh, I mean, top 20?
Yeah, he's top 20, man. He's top 20. He's okay. If we literally sit there and we kind of rank it down between like comparing him to those power forward things, he's even in the top like 5, type 6 in the all-time power forwards. He is. Okay, Chris.
Hey, I just want to hear your top 5 then. What's your top 5 power forwards?
So,
And then
let's name 5 top power forwards right now.
Okay. Karl Malone.
That's one.
Malone, Duncan, Garnett.
2. That's 3.
Past and present, right? Barkley.
Right. Barkley.
I mean, yes.
James Worthy.
That's 5.
I would take Dirk over Barkley any day, though. So I agree with the other ones. Duncan, Malone. I would take him over KG any day, too. I would take Dirk over Barkley and KG. Yes, I would. I would. And that's not even me being a homer. No, it's not even me being a homer. I promise you. I would say, you tell me, Jorge, start a squad, and you get to pick out of all these power forwards, not named Tim Duncan or Karl Malone, and I will pick Dirk Nowitzki. And it's not because I'm a homer. I would take him over Barkley for sure. And over Garnett would be a little bit of a tougher one, but I would still take Dirk. Dirk is a top 20 player in the league. All time. Go
ahead, King. I really want to see what he's going to say now. I'm not going to say nothing else.
That hurts my heart, man. My heart is good.
Hey, and you know,
you're scared to ask the question, aren't you?
Okay. Dirk is good. Dirk was an absolutely wonderful player. Was he a better? I'm not sure. I had to look at the numbers before I even say who had better numbers. I'm not saying that Dirk didn't put up numbers. So I don't know if I would choose a Dirk over a Garnett. I don't know, man. Or a Barkley or a Worthy or a Karl Malone. Them dudes. See, the eras were. I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me. I'm not taking nothing away from Dirk. Top 20, probably not. Top 30, no. 40, I would say possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah, man. But if we're going by eras, we actually have to sit down and actually map this out, OG, and find out, because we're missing some people we're missing a lot.
You know,
actually put up numbers. And I'm not taking nothing away from Dirk. I'm a fan. Now, if the numbers state that he's in the top 20, I'll change my whole perspective on it.
Mhm.
You know, because I wasn't really a Dirk fan, but I know that he can hoop. I'm a Luka fan. Don't get me wrong. That dude can go. He can go. I wish Luka can go. But I don't know, man. But this is this question: Kobe or LeBron?
Before I answer that, the way that with what you said about maybe even top 4, that made me feel like if I was to ask you, Chris, to name a bunch of people ahead of him, you would be the type of basketball fan that would put Smush Parker in front of him, huh?
I like Smush.
Right? You would. The disrespect, Chris. The disrespect. No, back to this. You know, Kobe versus LeBron. That one it's hard because I feel. Well, no. I mean, maybe to people that think Smush Parker was a legit point guard like you are, but no, it's hard for me in a way because it's hard to put like the winning to the side because it does have a big thing to do with how you view these players. That's one of the reasons why MJ is he's the GOAT. Like he literally went 6 times, won 6 times. There was no way. LeBron's about to go into his 10th or 11th finals appearance. Yeah, like that's insane. Like that's crazy. But he's also only won 3?
3.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. So Kobe went, what is it, 7 times? 7 times? Yeah, and he won 5.
Right.
Come on, like it's hard to different. Athletically, LeBron is legitimately one of the most amazing athletes I mean, I'm not as old as Chris, but I've ever seen in my life. I appreciate LeBron to the fullest. I talk so much stuff about LeBron, but a lot of the times it's just because I love to talk. That's it. But I appreciate LeBron. If you don't appreciate what you're seeing with him, you're crazy. You're not a basketball fan. And same thing with Kobe. I love watching those videos where they put him next to Michael Jordan and they're doing the exact same moves. Legitimately, it was a reincarnation of MJ.
Yes, it was.
I put just then I guess it's hard, man.
So if you had to start a team, your first pick for your shooting guard, we're gonna put him at shooting guard, would be if you had Kobe and LeBron sitting right across the board from you. Your pick. Who are you picking?
Depends on who my second pick. No, I'm kidding. You know what? If I'm just gonna go ahead and start a franchise, not knowing what we know now about this choking in the finals type of thing, I'd pick LeBron. He's positionless. He runs he's a point guard in a center's body. He can guard every single thing. Like legitimately, he shut down Jamal Murray the other day, even though he fouled him a few times. Whatever, but he shut him down. He just did a triple-double, 2 days ago, whatever it was. I think I'd pick LeBron. I honestly would. Even though I love Kobe. Me and Kobe had a love-hate relationship because he was just he was a killer, man. Like a killer. And he was just it. And the reason why I loved him is how much how many times he played against the Suns and made their fans cry. Like that made me so happy every time he just destroyed the Suns. So I had to like Kobe because of that. And but I still pick LeBron. I mean, if I'm gonna start a franchise and I can't pick, MJ, I'm gonna pick LeBron. So
okay. I have a question real fast, OG. So you have put your starting 5 together. Any 5 you want: point guard, shooting guard, power, strong, center. Give me your starting 5, and I'm gonna give you a 6th man also.
Oh, from right now, right? From this
any era that you want to go to.
Oh, come on, man! That's a whole wide range of people.
You got 5. You got 6 picks.
6 picks. That's tough. I mean, MJ, I'd put him in there. LeBron, I'd put him in there. I'd have to put Kobe in there, find a way to put him in there, even if it meant moving LeBron over to shooting guard or whatever, or I'm sorry, small forward or whatever it be. I'd put Duncan in there just because Duncan's big fundamental, man. He's just gonna be quiet and let them other dudes do all the talking and all that stuff, complaining to the refs. He'll just go out there and get you a good 20 and 10 by himself. Yeah, center. I mean, I was thinking about Luke Longley, but I'm gonna go with Shaq.
What?
I'm gonna go with Shaq. So I'd be LeBron, MJ, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq. Six man.
He said Luke Longley.
No. So you remember Luke Longley? He was the Phoenix Suns' biggest free agent acquisition ever. Remember that? Like coming off the Suns thought they were going to win the ship with him, whatever it was, you know. No,
I can't.
So I still get a 6-man, you say, right? So I have.
Right. Who was your center? You were serious about Luke Longley? You were serious?
No.
Oh, my bad.
He said Shaq.
Okay.
And then 6-man, I'd have to be Steve Nash. I think Steve Nash doesn't get a lot of recognition. That dude could have averaged 30 to 35 points if he decided to shoot the ball and not pass so much. So I feel like those would be my starting 5 and bench. I might even start Nash and bench one of the other ones and kind of, go like that. But those 6, I feel like would win me a lot of games.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, Titan fan, I should expect it. Average fan, you should expect some madness, but wow.
I mean,
he said Luke Long. I can't get over that one.
That comes me off guard. Oh, but I got one more. I have one more.
Uh-huh.
Top three running backs in the league right now.
Oh man, McCaffrey for sure. That dude he's a
killer.
He's a killer, man. How are you that good? It doesn't even make sense to me. McCaffrey. If Derrick Henry can catch the ball consistently, he would be top 3, but he can't. So he's not. He's a top 6, maybe 7. But
he's a man.
He's a man. That's the problem.
Yeah, he has to come out on third down. We have a guy named Jeremy McNichols as our down running back. Who the heck is that? Like, it should be Derrick Henry, but it's not.
Yeah.
So, all I know about McNichols is that he's something to do with Snoop Dogg or whatever. I don't know. But again, so McCaffrey, Zeke. I mean, I'll give love to the Cowboys. Zeke he's a man. Like he's good. And then I think it's a battle between Alvin and Barkley for that third spot. I wish Barkley was on a different team. I really do. I think the Giants are not where he should be. And then now with what is it? No. What's that guy's name that used to coach the Cowboys? I don't know his name.
Jason Garrett.
There you go. Now that he's his offensive coordinator, like he's ain't gonna do anything either, man. You would think that he's gonna use him like Zeke, but it looks like he went over there and just went downhill. Yeah.
I hope he recovers from that ACL injury.
Definitely. I mean, I drafted him as my first pick in fantasy, and then that happened. So I know, right? It's been accepted.
I got Chubb as my first pick.
You would.
We should have known that.
I mean, I could have told you that.
What's your record in that league? 0-3?
I haven't lost yet.
My
squad is legit.
You must have a great quarterback.
Who? Man, let me tell y'all my squad right now, so y'all don't even get it on. Y'all gonna make me angry.
How we get the fantasy so quick?
Hold on, real fast. So this is a 10-player league, money league. I have Watson as my quarterback, Juju as my receiver, Ridley as my other receiver, Chubb. I have Jay Robinson, Jacksonville's running back, as my other running back. Kelsey as my tight end. Diggs as my other receiver. And Mike Evans as my last receiver.
Okay. Only one of them's not playing, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Who's not playing?
You said Mike Evans or Mike Thomas?
Mike Evans is playing. What you talking about? Yeah,
Evans. I thought you said Michael Thomas.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My team got hit by injuries, so I'm all right. I'm a 0-3. It's a lost season.
I'm not doing too bad. I know I messed up today. I have Allen sitting on the bench for Murray.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You can't start Cardinal players, man.
Yeah.
Never.
I got Kamara, Ingram, Metcalf, Diggs, Henry as my tight end, Lamb. And then I got the Chiefs defense.
Nice.
Who you got in your squad?
Huh?
Who's your squad, Jorge?
Man, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm never gonna lie. You know me, Chris. Fantasy is one of my things, man. This year, I'm struggling. I got Big Ben, Hopkins. Woo. I had Julio Jones, but he's hurt, so I put in Parker from the Dolphins, Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, Jonnu Smith, and then there's Russell Gage. It's a yeah, man. I lost.
We're gonna call your team waste management because they are trash.
Man. You don't even lie. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it. I banked on like rookies because I have like Dobbins from the Ravens. I have Akers so I banked on the rookies, but man, it backfired already. I'm just gonna start dropping people.
I have CeeDee Lamb on my bench.
Who?
CeeDee Lamb from Dallas.
Oh
yeah.
When those bye weeks start to happen, I'll just slide him on in there real quick. So
by then he'll be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
Hey, I lost my script.
We're at the closing, silly.
Oh, my bad.
Oh man, nothing ever changes with Chris, man. What day is today, Chris?
What happened?
What day is today?
Another time.
Oh.
Don't judge me. So, Jorge, we appreciate you coming on the show today, bro. I know it's been a while since we talked. I know we talk on Facebook a lot, man, and kiss the wife and the kids. I see that they're getting big, and you won't be thinking on coming back, even though your Titans are trash, and so is your fantasy team. You need to fix that squad.
I'm gonna be that guy that just starts dropping people. Either you take, I'm gonna offer some crazy trades. If they say no, I'm just gonna drop them.
Just dismantle that whole squad. But thanks for coming, brother. It's been a pleasure, man. Like I said, man, I know Jorge for many, many, many years at the Boys and Girls Club. When he was a youngster, young adult. Now he's a family man with babies of his own. He watched my kids grow up, man. Thank you for coming out, man. Really appreciate it.
No, definitely. I appreciate you guys having me. It was a blast. It's a blast watching you guys every week, and then it was even more of a blast being out here today. I appreciate it.
And we're gonna have another coaches roundtable soon. I'm not sure how soon we're gonna have it, and you'll be most definitely invited to come back to that.
Definitely, I'd love to.
We appreciate it. Any shout outs?
Shout outs to myself for doing it. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are doing your thing. Keep doing it. Keep making it big. Don't forget us small people when you guys blow up. I appreciate you guys having me. It was a blast. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Man, we appreciate you. We appreciate your support always.
And I'm giving a shout out also, like I said, always to the kids that are going back to school. Jorge, I know you're a school teacher. Stay safe out there, man. Keep them kids safe. Mask up. You're a coordinator like I am, brother, and without you guys, I don't know where our kids would be these days. Keep doing what you do.
Appreciate it. No, thank you. I mean, I guess I'll add a little bit on that. Be kind to your teachers. I promise you, we're working just as hard as you are at home. It's some sleepless nights trying to come up with all this stuff for you guys and for your kids on virtual learning. It's tough. As they say, we're trying to build the plane as we fly it. It really is. It's true. Okay, so be kind. Be kind.
All right, well then, that's part of my shout-outs right there. He already said it. Teachers, hats off, because I know a lot of parents can't wait to y'all send their kids back to y'all quickly.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think the same way. I told Roy, or my son Roy, he goes to the same school that I teach at. So I already talked to his teacher. I said, hey, you need to go back to school so I can send you Roy back, man. I'm tired of this guy all day, eating up all the snacks. Like, I want the snacks too, man. Go back. She just laughed at me and said I needed to go away.
Ain't no more snacks at the crib no more.
Not at all, man. They're gone before they get out the car after going to the grocery store.
That's it.
It's funny. All right. Well, as always, we thank everyone for watching and subscribing. And thank you guys for your support. Of course, you can always follow us on all media platforms. And you can always leave a comment at 4G Sports, sports with a Z, at Gmail. And we're also on Facebook, IG, SoundCloud, Twitter. 4G Sports with a Z. That is us. And before we go, remember, 4G Sports is a business sense supporter. All right. So Candy Coin has the fourth quarter finish, Women's Empowerment Conference. All right. Once again, description will be down there in the bottom. Go to www.fourthquarterfinish.eventbrite.com and also Unmasked Domestic Violence with Princess and Friends on Facebook. Come and share the awareness. All right. So once again, 4Gs, thank you. All right. Thank you very much for being around. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for being on. And of course, when we do the Coaches Roundtable, you will definitely be back. We got to have you on. All right. All right. As always, thank you for supporting. And we're out.